Wow, wow, wow. What an ending. What an ending. What a game. Well, not even what a game. What an ending. What Hollywood style, you know. You couldn't put a script on that. You could not put a script on that. It made the whole game worth watching, you know, for good and bad reasons. I know people, you must be wondering what's happening? What's going on here? This is the first of many, but I think I'm starting something different here, you know. Doing match reactions on other teams, doing match reactions on teams in and around the top six because I'm enjoying life. Life as a United fan is good. It's peaceful. I'm comfortable. So I'm trying to see what bullshit, what nonsense going on with the other clubs around the top six, around the top four. So yeah. So here it is. Here you have it. Liverpool and Man City reaction. Someone has to do it after all, right? But no, people. For those of you who didn't get to see the watch along, I was saying that I was expecting nothing but fireworks. This has been the El Clasico of the Prem for the last 5 to 7, 8 years, and it's always been fireworks, particularly at Anfield. At the Etihad, it's always been a bit pedestrian, but at Anfield, it's always been 100 miles an hour, you know, 50-50, chasing every second ball, high intensity, both crowds, crazy, both managers agitated. He always has everything. So I expected no different in this game. And it started that way. It really started that way. City looked hungry, looked like they wanted the goal. They looked like they came to win with the intention to win. Liverpool as well looked like they came with the intention to win, that they were not going to sit back and allow City to walk over them. Haaland had a near miss, a one-on-one, which he should have been bearing. A player of his quality should have been bearing. But fair enough. That's a conversation for another day. Liverpool as well had their own little scares at the start, but yeah, it was very end to end, and I thought, oh wow, if this is how the game is gonna go for the rest, for the till the 90th minute, then we're in for a real treat. But after the 10-15 minute, it almost just kind of died down. That energy kind of died down a bit from both sides, from Liverpool's side, in the sense where Liverpool seemed a bit conservative, trying to conserve their energy, not going gun ho, just taking their time with whatever they do, whether it's with the press or with the man marking. Everything they were doing, they kind of like took 5-10% away from it. And then City as well. City were being a bit passive, just trying to suss Liverpool out, trying to bait Liverpool's press, trying to bait them at pressing and then breaking their press. So it was almost a thing. Both teams were trying to suss each other out. Liverpool just waiting for Man City to make a mistake and then pounce on the counter attack. And it was just like that. A lot of probing, but nothing effective, nothing efficient. Just a lot of probing. We'll try this. No, we'll try that. Like I said, a lot of the U-shape kind of stuff, the U-shape passing. Left winger, back to left back to center back, to goalkeeper, to center back, to right winger, back again. So there was a lot of that from City's side. And then Liverpool, obviously, Liverpool were happy with that because that's not a threat to them. It's not, there's no balls going in behind. There's no aerial duels to be fighting for. So Liverpool were comfortable. And at some point, it even seemed to me that both teams seemed content with the point, with going away without losing. It really did seem like that. And I could understand why, because both teams are not in shit situations on the table. So it does make sense. But, if the win was bigger for Man City, it was vital that Man City got away with the win. I said it at the start of the stream that a draw wouldn't have been good enough for City if they really want to win the title this season, if they want to keep chasing. Liverpool can still make their way to the top four, top five. So it was less. Liverpool could afford to lose this game if that makes sense. And then the second half went in similarly to the first half, just a bit, pedestrian like, not bad, obviously pedestrian like, but in the sense that both teams still there showing that they're happy and able to pose a threat if the chance appears, if the chance is there. Ekitike probably should have buried the game for Liverpool, honestly. he missed two, I think 2 or 3 good chances, particularly the header of I think the Trivela cross from Salah. I mean, he scores that, it's a different game. So he should have buried that game completely, completely. But then again, Liverpool get a goal. What a free kick from Sobo! What an absolute free kick! You will see the reaction on our TikTok. We're gonna put the reaction to the free kick on our TikTok. But wow, wow, what a free kick! Similarly to the start to his goal against Arsenal, just absolutely just wrapped his foot around it, and didn't think twice. And that hit, he hit that ball, and that ball stayed hit. Donnarumma, you could see Donnarumma's reaction. He just looked at the ball like, oh, that went in. I basically there's nothing he could have done about that. What a freaky, what a hit. And that was with 15 minutes to go. So at that point, you're thinking that it's Liverpool's game to lose, and Liverpool are gonna run away with it. City have looked far from it in the second half. So, and then before you know it, out of nothing, they get a goal from Bernardo Silva. Good header back in by Haaland. Bernardo Silva with the goal, 1-1, game on. The game's there for the taking. I thought the game probably would have ended as a draw, but I still did feel like there was a good chance that it was anyone's game, that someone could still get a last minute win. City get the second goal off from a penalty. Arguably, do I think it's a penalty? I think it's really soft because, yes, Matheus Nunes had control of the ball, won the ball, took the ball away from Alisson, but Alisson was not fouling Nunes per se. It was almost just a follow through of him kind of diving towards the ball. But yeah, I guess in this day and age, it gets given. It gets given, unfortunately, and that's what happens. That's what happens. And yeah, and obviously Haaland from the goal, starving. He's been starving for goals in the league, so he bags it, and you could see from the celebration how much it meant to him, how big that goal was for him. So he bags it, and it looks like a serious game. And then obviously Liverpool have to throw in the kitchen sink, and have to go all out, go gang ho to try to get the equalizer. And from that, City get a counter attack, and Cherky passes it in. Sobo and Haaland are running leg for leg, stride by stride. And I'm seeing Sobo grab Haaland's shirt back. And then Haaland then does the same thing to get far ahead. I mean, to get the upper hand. But obviously then the ball still passes into the net from Cherky's attempt on the halfway line. And then it's getting pulled back. Obviously, red card to Sobo, and goal disallowed. Red card deserved. I mean, that's a goal scoring opportunity, irrespective of whether the goal went in or not. It's a stopping goal scoring opportunity. So that's a straight red. Any other context, any other situation, it's a red. So Liverpool fans can be mad all they want. Larry was crashing out, was fuming. I don't know why. I don't understand why. It's the rules of the game, letter of the law. You grab someone's shirt and open net like that, it's a red card straight up. He's saying that yes, Haaland was grabbing Sobo's shirt as well, but that was after the fact. That was after Sobo grabbed Haaland's shirt. And that's the reason why the goal got disallowed. If had the goal been allowed and Sobo been sent off as well, then that's a big problem. That's a big problem because Haaland doesn't get cautioned then for that. But Haaland's caution is basically the reason for the goal being disallowed. So it was fair, very good decision. Can't complain with the decision at all. Obviously, when we're doing the watch along, we're not listening to the commentary, so we don't know what is being said. We don't even know what the ref was saying in game. So, but good decision by the ref. People can be fuming all they want. The penalty was a bigger, I guess, was more of a blurry decision for me than that situation between Haaland and Sobo. But yeah, City win. 6 points now behind Arsenal, so the title race is still on. 6 points ahead of us. Liverpool are 5 or 4 points behind us. So we're not comfortable. We're okay, but we're not too comfortable to be cruising in that top 4 position. City as well, still piling the pressure on Arsenal. So yeah, it's looking like it's gonna go all the way to the wire. So as an Arsenal fan, I'd be fuming if I was an Arsenal fan, with the way the game went, from Liverpool taking the lead and then seeming that they were gonna be 9 points ahead, to how the game ended completely. That's why maybe Larry is crashing out. He's probably crashing out more on what the result means rather than the actual situation itself. So, but it's okay. It's okay. It's football, you know. Yeah, but look, people, this is the first of many neutral match reactions. Hopefully, we do this more. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this, and yeah, we'll be back here again soon. I don't know for which game, but I might keep you guys looped anyways. Love.